The yard was in uproar. "The yard's in uproar," said Henry. "No, it's not," said James. "It's on the island of Sodom like it's always been, and we did that gag several episodes ago." "I know," replied Henry, "but the old ones are always the best." "Not according to my driver," said Percy. "He won't date anyone older than his wife, and she's only 25. Mr. Rishi had been in difficulty for some time. The people of the island did not like the way he was running things. In fact, many people thought that Mr. Rishi wasn't running anything at all. "Is Mr. Rishi running anything?" asked Thomas. "He's running scared," said James. "He's running out of time," said Percy. "He's called an election." Some of the engines started to giggle. They remembered Percy's jokes about his driver's elections. On that occasion, Edward had explained that an election is an illusion. "An election's an illusion," he said. "Every few years, people are allowed to vote. They think that they're voting for a new controller. In fact, the people who own the island decide who the controller will be. The people are then told who to vote for by the newspapers. The newspapers are owned by the people who own the island, the oligarchs." Thomas knew about the oligarchs, but he was still confused. "I'm confused," he said. "If the election's rigged, why do people bother to vote?" "Because they don't know it's rigged," said Percy. "There's frigging in the rigging," he said cheekily. "Well, there's certainly something hidden in the rigging," said Edward. "So what's going to happen?" asked Thomas. "Oh, that's easy," said James. "The media will spend a few weeks inundating people with misinformation. Then people who know nothing about anything will get elected to do nothing about anything. Now, these people support one or the other choices of controller. The controller choices put forward by the oligarchs. These people are called candidates, and the candidate who gets most votes wins. Then, whichever prospective controller has the most candidates supporting him, he or her gets to be the controller. It's fair to say that the new controller, like the candidates, will know nothing about anything." Edward nodded. "I couldn't have put it better myself," he said. "And the real con is that although they may dress it up differently, the prospective controllers all have the same agenda." "To line the pockets of the oligarchs," said James. "Got it in one," said Edward. "Got it in one."